Hey, what up, everybody? I hope all of y'all is having a blessed and humble night. Continue to have a blessed and humble day. This y'all shorty Rachel. I want to welcome all of y'all to the Writers for Life brings you the Let's Talk About It podcast, y'all. Man, this late night thought straight from a shorty's mind, right to the mic, and whatever else pops off, yo. I just wanted to come on here real quick, right, and just talk a little bit, you know, get some stuff off my chest. So as like I said, thought straight from my mind right into the mic, right? And I've been talking to a few people, right? And you know how they got that phrase that says, whatever is broken, you can fix it. But can a system be fixed? Right? And then I started doing some research. I know it's some late night shit, and the topic I just brought up, I don't know, I just been thinking. I've been watching that show, The Last Ship, right? I've been talking to people, having conversations with people, right? We've been talking about the system, right? A lot of people say the system cannot be broken, right? Then a lot of people say the system is broken. You can't fix the system. You can't fix it. Right? It's like it's a. How can I say it? It's a complex topic, right? But what defines a system, right? And when I looked it up, right, technological, right? A system is a computer, a computer operating system, a network, a software application, right? Organizational, a company's workflow, a department communication, structure, a supply chain, right? Social and political, an education system, a healthcare system, a justice system, a government, biological, right? And ecological, right? You'll need an ecosystem, the human body's regulatory systems, right? And why fixing the system is complex. And they got so many links, so many resources on here that you can go, right, and dive down rabbit holes. Right? You've been following me for a while. Y'all do know that I love diving down rabbit holes. So when we're looking, it says, right, unlike a single broken object, right, a system is a collection of interacting parts. A problem in one part can have ripple effects throughout the entire system, sometimes in unpredictable ways. Fixing one component might uncover or even worsen issues in others, right? Systems often exhibit emergent properties, behaviors, or characteristics, right, that arise from the interaction of of the parts, but are not present in any single part alone. These can be hard. These can be hard to predict or control. Right? Feedback. Right. Let me see. System. Where we are here. Systems often have feedback loops where the output of one part feeds back as input to another. These can be reinforcing, amplifying problems, or balancing. Trying to correct them and understanding them is crucial for effective intervention. Many systems involve human behavior, which is inherently unpredictable and influenced by values, bias, and emotions. Changing a system often requires changing human habits, incentives, and mindsets. And what's crazy is, right, I tell a lot of people, I feel as though that personally, right, there is a way to change the system, right? How can I say, change the system like the computer, right? The motherboard. No, you cannot do that. But the people that are running the system, absolutely. That is something that you could do. And listen, I love diving down rabbit holes, right? If I was going on a regular, I didn't want to. I ain't feel like going through StreamYard, right? And I paid for that bitch, but I ain't feel like going on StreamYard today, right? I just wanted to talk. I just wanted to get this out, right? And there's so many reasons I bring this up, right? Because lately, us Philadelphia's been going through a lot of stuff, right? We just got through a strike. Now you got firefighters about to start a strike on Monday, right? the deal isn't finalized with the strikers, right? They might go into another strike if they don't vote yes that they agree to the agreement on Monday, right? I think SEPTA is about to hit Philadelphia with another strike. The gun violence has risen. They got they got Sherelle Parker under the motherfucking roof, which they should have Shapiro's corrupt ass. It's like, I don't know. It's like the motherfucking citizens of Philadelphia just love um Shapiro's ass. My bad. I'm just in my head going around in circles. Like, oh shit, we got Gary Busted Down Brown in the building, man. Big shout out to my OG guys. Make sure y'all go check him out. Gary, you got you got a wrench. I'm tripping. Man, leave the link down below so people can go check you, man. But that's why I'm saying, like, it takes people to run the system, right? As y'all can see, like the legislators, much more we the people, right, to keep a system running, right? Shout out to Gary, right, because he also had a live not so long ago, right, where he was talking about independence, right, independent, and are we really independent? Like, big shout out to him because he has me diving. Listen, Gary is one of the big reasons I'm diving down rabbit holes and came across this. All right, so big shout out to Gary. All right, like he really has. He's really got a shorty on here. Like, can we do this? Can we not do this? I'm in my little books. Like, which loopholes is stopping me from doing this? Which loopholes is preventing me from doing that? Like, wait a minute, my rights, I gotta remember the policies, the penal codes to this. What can I not say? What can I say? Gary got me in my little bag right now. Like, yo, can we change the system? And yes, the crazy part is that we think that we're fucking independent, right? When in reality, right, when it comes to communities, you need unity, and there's no more unity within communities. People don't know what the real meaning of a village is. All right. So it's going to take every individual to rebuild whatever has been broken. All right. Whatever is broken, you can fix, they say, right? So can you fix the system? If we keep saying that the system is broken, what in the system is broken and how can we fix it together? Because independently, if y'all read what I said, what consists of a system, I doubt that anybody could do. I mean, unless you're the motherfucking richest person in the world, right? But, these are just minds, right? Thoughts straight from a shorty's mind, straight into the mic, all right? The root and cause versus symptoms. It's easy to address symptoms of a broken system without tackling the underlying root causes. This leads to recurring problems of the emergence of new ones. And that's why I keep telling people, right? Time after time, I hear people talk, right? Oh, we can't do this, but we need to do this. But when we get to, when we get a solution on the table on how we can get this done, oh, this is not possible. We can't do this because of this. What you keep hearing are excuses instead of us trying to get to the root of the problem to try to fix the problem that we're having within the system. The majority of the time, we know what the hell the problem is, but we either sleep or sleepwalking that we're blind to the facts. All right. Like, it's so much going on for people to keep saying, oh, it's not possible. Let me ask you a question, right? I was watching Papa Duck, and I'm going to put the video on so y'all can hear the audio. No, I'm not playing the video. I'm just going to play the audio. Hopefully y'all can hear this, John, right? But Papa Duck was saying, and he was talking about, he played a video that could back up everything that he was saying, right? Do y'all believe that the 1%ers hold magic? Do y'all believe in magic? Do y'all believe that somewhere in this world, right? Like, and I'm not going to say that MK Ultras, no. Do y'all believe, listen, me doing this research and stuff like that, do y'all know that there are simple herbs that they can use to sit here and manipulate your body, control your nerves and shit like that? I'm sitting here like, when I'm watching this shit, diving down deep rabbit holes, drowning in mud, right? Swimming through oceans and shit, trying to get to the top. And I'm sitting here like, oh shit, like, damn, I wonder. So shorty is like, right? Like, they say that to have power, you have to know the secrets of earth, right? possess money to back you up and hold the key. My question is, what is the real secret? Who holds the key and how do you get to it? Am I asking the right questions now? Are people understanding where I'm coming from? See, this is why I don't like just coming on live just to talk, right? So shout out to Gary, shout out to, Nate the Great, shout out to the Word, yo, man. Big shout out to the Word. Because they really do get me to start thinking. Like, they really provoke my mind to like, all right, Ray, it's not just the way that you see it. It's not just the way that you perceive it, right? You may be seeing it this way, but in reality, what if you see it my way? What if you see it my way? You see where I'm coming from? And I'm listening to Word. I'm listening to Gary. And I'm really listening to Gary, right? And I'm sitting here and I'm trying to fit my little tiny feet in his big ass shoe and walk a mile in it. And then I'm trying to like, okay, he sees it like this and he sees it like this, but why is that? I'm like, wait a minute. I got to switch shows with this man real quick. I'm not a man. You see where I'm coming from? And this ain't Freaky Friday where, oh shit, I'm right next to him and we switch souls. And no, what? That wasn't Freaky Friday. What? Oh, that was Jumanji, the remake. That was that remake of the Jumanji where they switched bodies and the bull ended up in the chick body. And he was like, oh, I like this. And who was that? Jack Black, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken. Yo, shout out to Jack Black. But I want to like switch bodies, like just to like walk a mile in his shoes and understand his perspective. And I did that. And Gary's not even here. He's my next door neighbor. He all the way over there. So dude, I'm sorry I invaded your body while you were asleep, right? Word taught me how to do that. All right. He told me how to, come out of my soul. Come out of my body, right? While I'm asleep and then just walk in my dreams. And then, I was doing like, on that SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob was hopping from, dream to dream to dream to dream. A shorty did it. Yo, shout out to, I'm going to have to come over here. Let me see. Man, I got to block. We got some trolls, man. Fuck that. Nah, I ain't blocking shit. But if anybody's on chat, there's a mod, y'all, feel as though they getting disrespectful, man. Block their asses. All right. Blessings to everybody. Big shout out. Oh, we got the beautiful Miss Chicago in the building. Yo, shout out to Miss Chicago, yo. I'm sorry. I just get happy every time I see Miss Chicago. Like, she brightens my day. Yo, man, Miss Chicago, man, she reminds me when I was younger, man, and I used to play Mortal Kombat. Scorpion and Sub-Zero was my favorite, right? And I swear to God, yo, she be like, she be in her Scorpion bag, man. When she be hopping on panels, she be like, get over here. I'm like, oh, shit. She threw the chain and just gave that motherfucker the fatality. Like, oh. I just want to run like, type of. Yo. But shout out to everybody in the chat. In the chat, yo. Chat. Chat, where you at, man? Oh, you ain't even noticed yet, Gary? Somehow in my sleep, man. Listen, Word said that when you're asleep, that's how you can manifest and do all that shit, right? So he's like, you gotta be asleep, right? He's like, just try it one day while you sleep. See if you can come, your soul can come out your body, right? He's like, when you see your body there asleep, he's like, just walk around. He's like, that first cloud you see, hop in that bitch and watch that person's dream. Man, I was hopping from cloud to cloud. I was like, oh, that's not Gary. That's not Gary. Y'all remember that SpongeBob episode? I'm still a kid in heart, and I still got kids. I still got kids. Like, I had kids when I was a baby having a baby. So, listen, me and my oldest, we grew up right next to each other. He's 18 now. I'm 35 right now. I'm about to be 36. And as soon as I hit 36, he hits 19. He turns 19. Like, she crazy. Listen, I was a baby having a baby. People don't get that part. I was young. I shouldn't have did it, but I did it. All they kept saying was, have sex. It'll be fun. They ain't never tell me that after that, boop, boop, pop goes a baby. Like, I'm like, oh my God. Like, what am I going to do now? I thought I did the right thing. I was like, damn, I was protecting myself. Like, how did this happen? Man, don't believe them doctors, them depot shots and all that shit don't work. But back on topic, back on topic, back on topic. Can we fix the system? Right? So according to, analytics, statistics, and reports and stuff like that, yes, you can fix a system. All right. The problem is us. We are the biggest viruses on this earth. All right. The biggest ones. Yo, you're about to steal the worst chat energy. Oh, I don't want to do that with Dub, man. Dub said he don't drink, but I think he do be drinking. I end up in his dream, man. I don't think I can come out alive. I have a heart attack. Like, I don't think I want to walk a mile in his world. No, no, no. No, no, no. You see how he disrespect women? I don't want to get no bad habits. Shout out to Dub, all right? But no, he's rude. No, no. Bien. Una falta de respeto. Dub? Dub will make me want to, donkey punch him across the border. It was shit. I thought my phone was going to fall. Wait a minute. Woo. All right. Resistance to change, right? We just covered, right? My bad. I mean, I gotta get goofy. We can't always be serious, right? We just covered, right, the interconnections, right, of how to fix a broken system, emergent properties, the feedback loops, human element, the rules, cause versus symptoms, right? Resistance to change, right? It says established systems often have in resistance to change, especially from those who benefit from the status quo or are comfortable with existing process. All right, and that's true. Like, and it's not just the system; it's us. Fixing a small, simple system is different from overhauling a vast, complex one. Like a national healthcare system, the larger and more complex the system, the more resources, coordination, and time are required, right? So, like I tell people, listen, the system is doing exactly what the system is meant to do, right? It's the people that are running into office, right? My biggest question is, shout out to Tyrone Motif, right? Because he said something that really drew my attention one day, right? When people was talking about the president, who he gonna vote for, who does he like, he told everybody, he really went in, he went ham on everybody, and he told everybody, don't fucking ask him a goddamn question until somebody can figure out how the fuck we can get rid of the electoral votes. And I'm sitting here, I was like, he makes a good point. Because it's supposed to be we the people, right? But if it's we the people, then why isn't it the president that we choose in office, right? Why isn't it the legislators that we really want in office, right? But people don't notice this, right? Because they're only focused, right, on what president is going to, go into office every 4 years, forgetting that every 2 years, we have the Supreme Court votes and we have the legislator votes. So it's like everybody's only worried about one thing, forgetting that there's, steps to everything, right? America is not really independent, right? In America, in order for us to survive, we depend on one another to get the job done. We need the firefighters to deal with the fires, the doctors to deal with the sick. All right. We need the volunteers and the community workers, right, to help out. Those are the ones that don't, leaders of the community like me, right? Volunteers, we help. You see where I'm coming from? Make sure the streets are clean. Make sure that this is done, right? Be the voices of their communities. We need teachers to educate, right? We need so many things and people are not peeping it. We need sanitation workers to pick up the trash, right? Along with the sanitation workers, you got to work with the ecosystem director and much more. There's stages to everything and everybody has a purpose in a job within it, right? For that, let me ask y'all a question. Could we live in a world, right, that's not governed? Can you picture living in a world that's not governed? Let me find out. Can people live in a world that is not governed? Yes. Stateless societies have existed throughout history and some still exist today. Often relying on kinship, voluntary cooperation, and mutual aid for social order. Their societies demonstrate that governance doesn't always require a centralized state. Oh shit. Can you give me some deeper research? Hold on. Oh, dude, I want you to go deeper into this conversation. So, come on. New combo. Shout out to DJ King Miller. Hold on 1 second. I turned the camera off because I don't want to smoke in front of the camera, all right, y'all? Here we go. Ah, come on. Stop playing with me. Here we go. Can people really live in a world that's not governed? Here we go. No. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, I like my Gemini. I got this new thing called Gemini on my phone and on my computer. And I like this little AI. See, for this, I don't mind AI. For everything else, I do. No AI companion for me, baby. No, no, no. Human life is beautiful to me, baby. Oh. Yo, that's a lot. Was it muted the whole time? Let me see. When did I get muted? All right, I was saying, man, yo, okay, shout out to Miss Chicago. I didn't even know that I was muted, yo. But big shout out to DJ King Miller, man. Make sure y'all go check him out. I don't know about somebody could leave the link down below for King Miller, right? Make sure y'all go check him out. He was on Mouthpiece panel yesterday. He had a great conversation with Mouthpiece, y'all. Hey, you couldn't hear me for a while. Let me see. I'm checking my. Oh, you right. Y'all couldn't hear me. Ah, shit. I fucked my ear up. All right, so there are throughout history, it shows that there is a lot. I'm gonna have to do a live on this. I'm gonna have to do a live. Whatever is broken, you can fix it. Can a system be fixed? All right. And I would like for people to hop on panel, right, and have a conversation with a shorty of what ways can we fix the system, right? And as y'all can see, the system itself is not what's broken, right? What we would have to fix is the people running the system, right? Because when we started earlier, right, and we started talking. Are you done with my sir? Okay, what did you find out for me? It says researchers already. Dude, I don't read that language. You took me back to medieval time? The fuck? Inglés, por favor? I understand you helping me, but dude, English, thank you. Thank you. Good assistant. All right, Gemini? Shit. You wasn't doing this earlier. Don't show off, all right? Gotta make sure my dog don't come. I'm over here saying, good boy. Oh, this is giving me all the resources. What is this? Philosophical perspective on the state of nature and governance. Arguments for the necessity of government, social contract theories, Hobbes, Locke, Rousseau, what? And the concept of the state of nature as inherently conflictual or insufficient. The philosophical debate on the necessity of the government is deeply rooted in differing conceptions of human nature and the hypothetical state of nature, a condition of humanity without any governing authority. Thomas Hobbes. Isn't that a book? I swear I have a book in there that's called Thomas. Never mind. An influential English political philosopher presented a stark vision of this ungoverned state. He argued that without a government capable of enforcing peace and stability and protecting citizens, the human condition would be a perpetual war of all against all. In such a state, life would be solitary, poor, nasty, brutish. In short, Hobbes believed that humans are primarily driven by self-preservation and self-interest. Damn. To escape this brutal existence, individuals rationally enter into a social contract, surrendering nearly all their rights to an absolute sovereign. His metaphorical Leviathan? In exchange for security and wait, whoa. Leviathan? Am I saying the name right? Isn't that biblical? In exchange for security and order from Hobbes' perspective, any functioning government, no matter how authorization, would be preferable to the chaos that would prevail without one. John Locke offered a more optimistic yet still state-affirming view. He conceived of the view state of nature not as a war, but as a state of peace and freedom, governed by a law of nature that dictates individuals should not harm each other's life, liberty, or possessions. Despite this inherent order, Locke argued that the government becomes necessary to resolve disputes, particularly those concerning property rights, which can arise even among rational individuals. For Locke, genuine freedom is intertwined with cognitive self-discipline and self-government and political governance. Governance is ultimately enabled by individuals' capacity for self-governance. The legitimacy of government, I know I sound like I'm in fucking kindergarten right now, in his view, derives from the consent of the governed as articulated in the Declaration of Independence, which was influenced by his philosophy. Jean-Jacques Rousseau. So these were people that were given different perspectives on how a city or a state could be governed. That is crazy. Let me see. What does he say? Presented a distinct perspective, believing that people are born good, but society corrupts them. I mean, I've said that. I mean, I don't get tired of telling people time after time after time. Listen, we're not born evil. We're not born knowing how to fucking hate, how can I say, steal, how to unalive. You see people, how can I say, we're not born knowing racism. We're not born with none of that stuff. This is learned behavior that people are taught, right? And as kids, you know what happens? We mimic and we perfect it to how we could best use it. But society corrupts them. While critical of absolutism, Rousseau recognized that the need for a collective body to manage societal affairs. His social contract theory persists that individuals do not surrender power to a specific ruler, but to the entire society, forming a general will that aims for collective harmony and the common good. The fundamental disagreement among these social contract theories lies in their differing assumptions about human nature in the absence of government. Hobbes' pessimistic view directly necessitates a strong, centralized state to prevent societal collapse. Locke's more optimistic outlook still identifies practical challenges such as dispute resolution that required a state. Rousseau believes in inherent human goodness, suggests that societal structures rather than human nature itself are the root of problems. The divergence in foundational beliefs about human behavior forms the bedrock of arguments for and against the state, illustrating that the visibility of stateless societies is strictly linked to one's philosophical stance on human nature. If humans are inherently prone to conflict without external constraint, statelessness appears perilous. If humans are capable of cooperation and self-regulation, then a state might be seen as unnecessary or even detrimental to human flourishing. So basically, I'm not wrong. I'm onto something. I just got to keep connecting the dots on some real shit. So hopefully y'all can hear me. Let me see. I got to get back to. Let me see what else is it going to tell me. But even a governed society is still needs a state to fund it, and it still needs people, right, to work with each other. So even if you didn't have a government, a society that was governed by anybody, motherfuckers would still need to work together to make a lot of shit work and function. My bad, I was reading that. So guys, where y'all watching from, man? I'm over here chilling, falling back, just doing some research, right? Welcome to Philly, baby. I don't know where y'all from, what y'all want to talk about. What do y'all think about the topic that I brought today, right? What's this? Oh, Mr. 33 is live, man. Y'all gotta go check out Mr. 33, Ladies Night Evolution. What is he talking about? Let me share him real quick, y'all. What's on y'all mind? What y'all thinking about tonight? What's going on in y'all side of the world? I appreciate those that join the Shorties live, man. You know, we're on here chilling with a shorty, man, listening to a shorty's thoughts, right, straight from her mind and into the mic. Yo, YouTube says we got these new features. What the fuck are the new features? Like, I keep seeing these emails. I'm not a. Wait, what? I didn't mean to highlight shit. What is this about? I don't know what retouch is for. Oh, that's a cool background. Oh, I could use my thumbnails on here? I couldn't do that before. Oh, okay, okay. Welcome to Philly, baby. But let me take this off the screen. We on some late night thoughts with a shorty. Real shit. Late night thoughts with a shorty. I didn't know we could do that. Now, what are we doing up here? What is this for? People are getting experiences? Oh. It works by sending me a gift? I guess I'll figure that out. I think, is anybody, anybody else noticing YouTube trying to be like TikTok now? From what I'm reading, if I'm not mistaken, they're trying to do this, the YouTube lives like TikTok. So I'm guessing they're gonna have people earning jewels and rupees or something like that. But y'all missing the little, the little emoji thingies that could pop up in our heads and stuff like that. I don't know how it works yet, but I'm guessing one day somebody will, try it out for a shorty, support a shorty. Gary funny. Gary talking shit. Gary said I'm over here stealing souls and dreams and shit. Gary funny as hell. Oh, yeah. We'll see starting tomorrow what's gonna happen here in Philly, man. Damn, there's a deadly mystery under investigation in Levittown. Shit. Everybody getting alive. What's going on? Is there something? Yo, watching this goddamn show, I've been watching this, there's a show called The Last Ship, right? And you know, they've been going around the world saving the human race. You know, they got hit with something called like the red flu. They got the cure, but then again, boom, they got a hit again with somebody else trying to, end mankind and stuff like that. What's crazy is like imagine us like I keep telling people, like, people think that when the apocalypse hits, right, we're gonna get hit and you're gonna see like zombies coming out the ground and vampires flying in the sky, werewolves coming to bite you and shit like that. That's not what's gonna happen, man. When the apocalypse hits, man, you're gonna see scientists out here inventing stuff, creating shit to try to, end people fighting over food, right? What's on this show, right? And I was sitting here thinking, right? Like, if humans and animals can get hit with viruses, plagues, and much more, does that mean that fruits and veggies could too, right? And researching, yes. But what's crazy, right? In this show, it says that, there's like I think it's the peach, right? And it is a certain peach, right? And the seed of that that fruit is immune to any virus or anything, and it's the solution to, and hunger for mankind. And I'm saying here, like, yo, imagine, like, with everything that's going on here, the majority of the food in America, you can't tell which one is real, which one is fake. I think it's 2 cities that passed a bill where they're not allowed to sell fake food. Right? Philadelphia need to do the same shit, because I think a lot of supermarkets are starting to follow that trend of selling fake food to its clients. It's a lot going on here, man. So, like, what got to me was, right, I'm sitting here, it's like when they finally got the cure and they helped civilization, right? Here comes the scientist trying to end the world again, right, by poisoning the food. Now they got to find another cure, like I said, and that's how the nectar, the peach seed comes in, right? And I'm still trying to finish it, but I'm sitting here thinking, like, imagine people, right? You can't sit here, like, how many times people ignore the fact that the government told farms, right, to kill their crops and stuff like that for whatever reason it was at the moment, and it's still happening. Like, why isn't that, why aren't there fruits with seeds anymore? When you go to the markets, what they promote the most is seedless fruits. Real shit. So these type of shows like this be having me go down rabbit holes. And what's crazy is the projects, the experiments that they got out there. And I'm saying here, it's like, yo, we be focused on all the wrong shit. If we was to sit here and look at all the shit they doing behind closed doors, boy, man.
Montana, we've already sold over 2.
So I don't know if y'all gonna be able to hear the TV. I hope y'all do. All right, but this is Papa Duck, and I want y'all to hear what he's saying. He says, "This world and your perception of it, it's all an illusion, hidden ancient knowledge." I will be doing a review and reaction to it. I'm gonna do a normal upload, but I want y'all to listen.
what's happening, man? It's your boy Papa Duck, man. Listen, I'm about to show y'all a video, right? A video that's gonna entail real ancient knowledge that has been hidden from us from day one, okay? So, like I tell people, no matter what university you went to, HBCU, high school, college, it doesn't matter. You will never be in a position to go to these people's school, because it ain't our school. You will never be able to go to their school, acquire an education that'll put you in position to overthrow them. It'll never happen. And this is why your great-grandma, your grandma, your mama, now you on down, all has been in the same predicament since day one, and nobody can figure this out. So I need you to write down the words that you hear. Start doing your own research, okay? And you will start unraveling just how deep this rabbit hole goes, and I will come back with closing. Please pay close attention to this. Check this out.
Listen, guys.
It is never random. It follows a formula, one that has been passed down in secrecy for centuries. The elite don't rule by act. Formula, one that has been passed down in... Power is never random. It follows a formula, one that has been passed down in secrecy for centuries. The elite don't rule by accident, luck, or even brute force. They rule because they understand something you don't. Hidden within their private circles lies a knowledge so powerful that if fully understood, it could collapse their entire control structure overnight. This is not political. This is not economic. This is energetic. The rulers of this world are not just politicians or businessmen. They are magicians. And their greatest trick, convincing you that magic doesn't exist while using it against you every single day. They have mastered the laws of reality creation, but they do not teach them. Instead, they weaponize them. They use the law of mentalism to shape perception, turning lies into truth and illusions into unshakable beliefs. They use the law of vibration to manipulate emotions on a global scale, ensuring that fear, division, and scarcity become the dominant frequencies of society. And they use the law of correspondence, the mirror principle, to trap people in a loop where their external world keeps reflecting the same programmed limitations. They don't just control institutions, they control the very structure of thought itself. And the deeper secret, they don't act alone. This knowledge didn't come from trial and error. It came from something much older. Ancient Egyptian priesthoods, Babylonian sorcerers, Hermetic philosophers, they all knew how energy responds to focused intention. But here's where it gets disturbing. This power is neutral. It can be used to liberate or enslave. And for centuries, it has been used against you. The symbols, the rituals, the hidden frequencies in media and culture, they are all part of the same occult blueprint. Because the moment you wake up to the real game being played, the moment you understand that you have the same access to these universal laws, their entire illusion falls apart. But before that happens, you need to see the hidden language they've been using.
Yo, now.
That's some real shit, yo. And if you still watching, right, that's why I asked that question earlier. They say that to have power, you have to know the secrets of earth, right? Possess money to back you up and hold the key. My question is, what is the real secret? Who holds the key? And how do you get to it? Let's finish listening to Papa Duck.
Hope y'all paid attention to that video I just showed y'all. Now let's talk about the law of mentalism and basically what that is. That's a harmonic principle. Let me explain this to y'all as best as I can, right? If everything that you know is all that they taught you, and what they taught you is all that you know, so really, what do you know? Let me say it one more time. If everything that you know is what they taught you, and what they taught you is all that you know, then really what do you know? The only thing that you know is what they taught you. They taught you that the wind is just wind, even though it's one of the most precious things in the world. They taught you to value shit that has no value. So they learned from ancient knowledge how to create perceptions and how to control people. So they painted a perception that a car is more valuable than you being able to breathe. People be like frantic, oh, bro, you can breathe. That shit way more than a car. But they've taught you that a car, shoes, and that a woman with a fat ass, and they've taught us these things. And it shaped our reality. And it's keeping us dumb, deaf, and blind. So the most important things are things that we don't value. A rich man that's sick in the hospital only want one wish. And a poor man want 1,000 wishes. When you look at how things are and how they've manipulated us, bro, people are locked in mental prisons. People think just because they not behind bars, they're not in prison. Prison is...
Hold on, guys. All right, my bad. I have to pause it real quick.
You got rules out here. You got rules in prison. You got a warden. You got a governor, or you got a president. It's the same setup, but the illusion that the perception that they've taught us that, oh, we think that because we out here we're free. No, the fuck you ain't. You can't do what you want to do. This is why 2 police officers can go in the hood and defuse 100 niggas out there with their shirts off. Niggas ain't gonna touch them. Because you under the illusion, bro, right? That law enforcement is above you when them bitches put their clothes on just like you, they are regular people. Think about what I'm telling you, because I know this is gonna go over a lot of people's head. And this is why they took away your critical thinking. No, we don't want you to think. We want you to obey. Don't ask no questions. We want obedient people. This is why schools are the way they are. This is why the curriculums are the way they are. Let me tell you one of the most important curriculums, right? That they've taught us, that they fucked us up with. You won't believe this. The most powerfulest curriculum that they taught us all is this. On the mark, get set, go. What that curriculum taught us was that we can do everything on our own. Damn number 2 and number 3. 3 contestants. You get there first, you win everything. When all 3 of y'all could have worked together and got that together, but we've been trained and taught, and our reality has been shaped for the rest of our lives to be the only one. Oh, I did this, I did that, I got my own house, I got this, I got that, I got that. They taught us to move as an individual.
That's some real shit right there, right? That's what we've been talking about, not just here, but on Gary Busted Down's panel, on the Words panel, right? We are so independent that we don't realize that we depend on each other to get things done. We live in a society, listen, where, in these communities, we need the sanitation workers to pick up the trash, right? We need people in the water department that know how to deal with waters, water breaks, water lines, and much more, right? People in that deal with the electricity, right? Each one has his job. You see where I'm coming from? We need health aides to help out the people that, are bedbound and stuff in their homes. Doctors, nurses, all right? Everyone has a job, right? So we're not as independent as we think.
Individual. This is why if you Google right now, America is the most individualistic country in the world, Craig. Not collectivism. See, I say this all the time. We pick at the Mexicans when they lived in one house, but now the Mexicans bought the whole block. I say this all the time because I get it. They've shaped our reality to make us think that shit. This is why religion is so controlling. And a lot of people, they are not going to be able to get out of it, because everything you know about religion, they taught you. And you can't tell me different. Unless you really went and dug and put the pieces together and understood etymologies and theologies, and you understood, I hate my mind be all over, y'all know I hate that. You understood numbers, astrology, you understood, words, right? Because that's another spell. Words alone is one of the most powerful ways they keep us in the same position that we're in off words. Remember, when you allow a man to feed you, you allow a man to starve you. What makes you think that's any difference when it comes to education? When you allow a man to educate you, you allow him the opportunity to create gun. And if you think, like I told y'all, school takes away your critical thinking, and AI is doing that shit on steroids. In the next 10 years, we're gonna be dumbfounded. But anyway, school takes away your critical thinking, meaning you don't think about nothing. You just react off examples that you've been heavily promoted to.
He ain't lying, yo. Like, how many teachers aren't complaining about how they're having a hard time trying to educate these kids? Because what's crazy is parents think that you're supposed to take the kids to school, right? And that's where they're supposed to learn how to write their name, how to read, how to do a whole bunch of stuff, learn their ABCs. Before your child enters kindergarten, your child should already know how to write their first and last name, know their home address, at least their telephone number, mother and father's name. You see where I'm coming from? Know how to read a book a little bit. But no. I mean, listen, these teachers are underpaid, all right? I know that I always advocated for kids, but I always also said there's teachers out here that care about our kids, right? I know that there's a lot of teachers out there that I'm still trying to figure out why in the world have they taken that job, right? Why are they working in that field if they don't have patience for kids? That right there, I'm still trying to figure out. They don't belong in the school system. Like, that's why I'm fighting for deeper backgrounds for a lot of teachers, like it or not. Like, yeah, some deep backgrounds need to get done, because some of these teachers that are in these schools bringing liquor, drinking, right, getting high, doing all this shit, right, shouldn't be there. Teachers having sexual intercourse with kids in elementary school and much more. All right, I can go about this in so many ways, but he is right. He is correct.
You don't think about shit until, like I say, think about it, bro. Think about what I'm saying. Ain't no white man in the sky finna fall out and say, it ain't happened yet, bro. But they told you that you just pray. You just get on your knee while we control everything, and we got all the land and the money and all this shit. People really think money is real because they mastered the perception of reality. They handed you this shit on a motherfucking platter. Money is real. You can't tell nobody no different. When you look up the monster of Jekyll Island, go get that book. And you're going to see where money was created in Georgia. When they created that whole system, and the ones who didn't agree with it, they made sure they got on that Titanic boat. That's why the Titanic.
Facts again. And for those of you that are new, right, that are trying to watch a shorty, go catch up to my past lives. We spoke about Jekyll Island, right, on how the system first started. And I'm talking about the money system, all that shit, how it all first started. So if you're new, go check them. The beginning of our lives, we started off with this. We were talking about AIs. We were talking about the sinking of the Titanic, everything, right? Go check the book out. I highly suggest it.
Titanic song. Don't take my word for it. Go research it your damn self.
Right.
What I'm trying to explain to you is everything you know It's all that you know. So really, what do you know? That's why I say, what do you really know? You tell a person right now, man, you know you drink a lot of water. If you drink so much water, you know you could drown yourself because your cells will get filled with water and that shit goes spewing over in your body, bro. And you drowning yourself by drinking a whole lot of water.
Papa Duck. Yo, motherfuckers don't want to hear that, Papa Duck. You want to know why? Because, you know, people are grown. They do what they want to do, right? According to them, right, they were told they got to survive off of H2O, not realizing that the real water is H3O. Real shit. And as fucked up as it may sound, right? Even though we are in a system where we need to be dependent off of each other, right? And not dependent off of each other. I need you for this. I need you for that. No, listen carefully to what I have been saying throughout this live. Listen very carefully. Maybe all the words that I said throughout this live may go over everybody's head. Maybe a few might grasp what I say. Shout out to those, right? But we just keep repeating history, and I just wonder why. We've got the answers in our faces. We know what the fuck to do. And this is why I constantly say that if war came, we drop like flies.
Are you thinking, oh, water is one of the biggest myths ever? Yeah, water hydrates you.
Yup, facts.
But water ain't what you think it is. And to be honest, they don't even know what it is. Real water is H3O, not H2O. Meaning water that has, like watermelon, right? Water that's alive, not dead water. H2O is dead water. H3O is alive water. You think they're gonna teach you that shit? That's why I say, you go to HBCU, you can do all the, and this is no disrespect to the frat brothers, but all the frat shit, you can do all that shit, bro. All that shit says is that, man, we that much under their spell, dog. And I don't care how, people gonna get mad because I say, I don't give a fuck. Nigga, I'm trying to put you on game. You think, bro, let me tell you something. If you look at some of the most profound people in the world, one of the things they figured out is this. The average person to them is non-existent. You are what they call a non-player character. Go look it up. You was an NPC, meaning you serve background for the people who serve purpose. And this is how they create video games. You think they gonna teach you this shit in school? Fuck no.
They not. Like some people still don't understand that they're, YouTube, TikTok, all these apps are using us, right? We do our lives, we do our uploads, we talk about what we talk about, right? And all we're doing is training these AIs. But people don't want to listen. The same way that if we was to tell somebody, listen, you drink too much water, there's a possibility you could drown yourself. Like if you go look it up, and even though it hasn't happened a lot, right? People have sat here and drowned themselves by just drinking water. How in the fuck? Go look it up. Don't go just by what I'm saying. Don't go by what Papa Duck is saying. I want y'all to go out there and do your own research.
So don't get mad, bro. Just understand you wrapped into a prison. And if you're not a why person, you don't ask questions, you don't say why, you just go with what's going. Nigga, I don't want you on my side anyway. You locked in box, homie. You running off the wrong frequency. I'm gonna have to peep your ass. Peep you. Not because I don't love you, it's because you under that hypnosis. You gotta know the difference between black magic and white magic. White magic will make a motherfucker go and detain somebody in the name of this my job. Or give a person a you know what in the arm, this my job. That's white magic. Control is control. It doesn't matter how it's distributed or where it stems from. In the name of my job, I got to do all this to these people at this hospital because I need my... Why do you think they created the money system? Why do you think that shit never stops? You gonna always have to have money. Every time you move, you spending money. That keep the world turning. Craig, this is why I say this. I say this all the time. When we see our women talking about this 50-50 shit, you know what I say to them? She wanna play a character. You don't know no better. Why would I worry about what certain people say when I know for a fact? You don't know no better, bro. I used to get mad at people, but not more. I just know you don't know no better. It doesn't matter what kind of car you drive, how much money you got. You don't know no better. So what?
That is so true. Some people don't know no better, but some people think they know everything, right? And then when you try to say something, they think, oh, you trying to be perfect, man. Motherfucker, I ain't perfect. I'm beyond perfect.
What I'm trying to tell people is this, man. And I didn't want to make this video that long. Go back to that video I showed you a minute ago, in the beginning of this video. Go pay attention. Watch it over and over and over. Study it until you get it. You will unlock the key, which is what we was taught ain't what it is. You have to unlearn and relearn everything. You're in a system they created. You understand what reality is when I'm gonna tell you about this with anxiety. They tell you, oh, anxiety just basically means you think about something so much till you bring it to fruition in your real world. You know how powerful that is? And they try to make you think like you crazy. What if you can control it? I used to have anxiety. This is how I know. Once I figured out I'm the one controlling it, I never had it no more. But everything they say, like autistic people, man, you know, autistic people can do some of the most amazing shit in the world. With numbers, with drawings, remembering shit.
I agree with you, yo. I'm a proud mother of an autistic child.
I say, dog, the problem with the way the world is going is there's a demonic group of people that's worshiping Satan as their you-know-what. And they are the ones that's creating these illusions, doing these rituals, and they control everything around you. And the only thing they're trying to get to is this.
Your mind.
Once they get this,
your mind.
So, and how they get it? By entertainment.
Facts.
Anything you put energy on or attention on, it grows.
Facts.
You don't know that, they do.
That's some real shit. That's what the old heads used to say, man. You could do anything you put your mind to. You could do anything you perceive if you put your mind to it.
This is why they use colors to make you pay attention to certain shit, certain behaviors, social norms, forced behaviors. All these different things are ways that they control you and you don't even know it, locking you into a reality to the point where you will be trained to control yourself. They can step back. Remember, slavery ain't physical no more. It's mental, nigga. You get up and go to work without a bitch putting a gun to your head. You do shit that you do not want to do. You drop your children off to strangers every day, dog. And we call that shit school. Just to be brainwashed so that they can later on in life be controlled.
That's some real shit, and that's why I say we free slaves, man. We ain't slaves no more. We free slaves. Like, whenever the hell people decide to wake up and smell the coffee is when they gonna realize it. But see, some people have to bump their head sometimes, man. Sometimes they gotta bump their head of theirs.
Think about the shit that I'm saying. See, they don't teach you to think. Just do it. Oh, that's school. They go, that's school. They teach them. But it has nothing ain't changed with your great grandma, your grandma, your dad and your mama, you on down to your children. If it's just school. See, three things in this world will never change. School, prison, and religion. All this technology you see going on. Ain't none of that. You don't see no high-tech prisons, do you?
Real shit.
You don't see none of that. You don't see no high-tech schools. All you see is metal detectors and shit. It's the same. See, because they know how to use the bell. You go from one spot to the next. Everything look the same. When you go to the lunchroom look like, I don't know if you ever been to jail, that shit look the same. Damn, they're the same food and everything. The school bus look the same, everything. You feel me? These things will never change because those are the introduction to your and what word I'm looking for.
Come on, get it out, Papa Duck.
You know what I'm saying? But those are the introductions to you participating in your own demise and you don't even know it, right? You become your own warden to your own prison. And it's simple. All you gotta do is use your common sense. Start thinking, bro. Start thinking. I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna let y'all go. And the last time I said this, people got a little ruffled, but like I try to tell y'all, a lot of people don't know no better. If the Bible had any significant power to help us as black people or people in general get out of our current state, they would have never introduced it to us.
That's some real shit. That's some facts right there. But people believe what they want to believe.
It's gonna go over a lot of people's head because you're locked in a mental prison. Remember I told y'all about papal bulls giving settlers the authority to go from the Pope, signing off, giving them the authority to go capture, steal, subjugate, pillage, and convert people to Christians. By the Pope. I told y'all about the divine right. The divine right is saying, the Pope said that God told him that he got control over us until God come back. That's what a divine right is. Not R-I-G-H-T, but R-I-T-E. And if you know what that is, that's basically ritual. That's why Rite Aid ain't spelled R-I-G-H-T, it's spelled R-I-T-E. For ritual. That's another video. Also look up pharmaceutical. That's where the word pharmacy come from. Another video. But what I'm trying to explain y'all is this, brother. You are locked in a mental fucking prison. And once you understand that, now you can understand how they can control the world. It's easy. Just tell you shit that you don't know. Just make it mandated to where when your child is born, we own them. I'm gonna do a whole nother video on that. That's gonna blow your whoa.
The birth certificates.
That's gonna blow your anyway. Mandate that when a child is born into this world, they got to go through our assembly line. Mental assembly line. We gotta teach them everything. We can't let them teach them on their own. We can't even let the mamas teach them. So that would deter them from the blind leading the blind. See, our mothers ain't no different. They mamas ain't no different. And anybody who try to step out of line like me or any other person who's trying to teach y'all some real shit, oh, they don't want to. We look at it as crazy, this and that. You know, you already know what it is. I'm one of them ones, man. Yeah. I'm one of them chosen ones, man. This shit chose me. I ain't chose it, homie.
That's some real shit, man. We don't choose this. Like, not in a million years that I think that I'll sit here, right, today, being an advocate for children, right, speaking up for kids' rights and much more, being a leader of my community, trying to bring in resources, dealing with people that are hard-headed, right, they just want, but never appreciate. But I'm here. People telling me, hey, fuck it, quit it. I don't know why you keep going, man. People are never going to change. But at the end of the day, my kids are out here walking these trenches, right, with the same kids that, you know, my neighbors have. So I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to stop. Never in a million years that I think that this is the position that I would be in. I'm not where I want to. I'm where I'm supposed to be at. Like, people quit. They quit. They're so easy to give up, right? Not just on themselves, but life, the ones they care about, right? And that's the last thing that we should do on some real shit. But, you know, it's the way we've been trained, for real. A lot of us have broken the chains of society, right? And we're being who we're truly meant to be. And other people are still stuck in a box, right? We're still, at the end of the day, free slaves. All right, we may not be slaves no more, but we're free slaves. The only difference is that now we got a little square box, right? How can I say it? Taking over our minds.
Yes. So I don't fear a lot of this shit people fear. You can't be scared to live and scared to die. It is what it is. One thing about life, ain't damn bitch getting about this motherfucker alive. But like I say, man, just keep letting them tell you the same old stuff, and just keep letting them, control what you think and don't think. And you wonder why the world keep running the way it's running. This shit is on autopilot, nigga. And where AI is getting worse. Listen, man.
That's why we can never, how can I say fix the system, right? They say that whatever is broken could be fixed, right? But can the system be fixed? Oh no, it cannot be fixed. There's no way possible. It can be fixed. We broke it down earlier on this live, right? So, guys, this is all I wanted to, get off my chest, man. I appreciate all those that came through, showed the Shorty support, right? Shared the Shorty's video. I will be having my website up and ready soon, all right? So, in the meantime, for those of you, my Instagram is in the description down below. So, make sure y'all hit a Shorty up if y'all interested in any merchandise or in doing business, man. But, man, for those of you that catch the replay, let us Shorty know what y'all think and how y'all feel, and let's get the discussion started, man. That's all I wanted to get out of my chest and into the mic, man. Late night thoughts with a Shorty. Hope all of y'all had a blessed and humble night. Continue to have a blessed and humble morning, man. And a Shorty out.